day, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the last session of SnykCon's 2021 Partner Day, a sneak peek into Snyk services. We've enjoyed spending the day with you and can't wait to see you at the other sessions at SnykCon that's happening for the remainder of the week. I have heard that we have some pretty big announcements. I'm Courtney Broadwell, our Global Director of Channels here at Snyk. And I've been at Snyk for right over 2 years, and it's been so much fun that it has absolutely flown by. And I live with my family and my 2 dogs, which is one of the requirements for working at Snyk since we have a dog logo in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. And I spent about 10 years before Snyk in the infrastructure and data protection space. So this has been a really fun learning journey to go on with you. And we can't wait to build more with you and share some more information on services today. And now I'll pass it over to Lindsay and let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. So great to see you all. My name is Lindsay Seraphin, and I am our VP of Customer Success at Snyk. I've been with Snyk a little bit over a year, and prior to that, had been in the software and professional services space for about 20 years, and very excited to talk a little bit more about the future of Snyk plus partners working together from a services perspective.
Great. Thanks, Lindsay. And in this session, we'll discuss how we can work together to pave the best path forward for our customers to succeed with Snyk and other technologies that you might sell with Snyk, and their overall DevSecOps strategies. And Lindsay will walk us through Snyk's comprehensive services strategy, and we'll chat about the roadmap for partner-driven Snyk services. And as always, please feel free to put any questions that you have into the chat, and we'll make sure that we get to them as soon as we see them. I know we'll get quite a few questions with the level of excitement that we've seen within our partner community around the topic. And our team has worked really hard to build a strong partner program for you over the last 2 years with healthy margins, training programs, and marketing resources to help you succeed with bringing Snyk to market, to help expand your conversations and expand the value that you're bringing to your customers with a resell motion. And we just wanted to say thank you first and foremost for being such a big part of our success and embracing the partnership as we've grown. When we take a look back at our progress, it's really incredible what we've done in such a short period of time. And Snyk made a really important decision to start the channel program in 2019. And we had no idea that we were stepping into this rocket ship together as we signed 5 partners in late 2019. DevSecOps was still relatively new to a lot of folks in our community, and it's nice to see how much our partners are investing in this space now compared to then. And there is quite a bit of growth happening in application security, and we are so glad that you're on the rocket with us. And in the first part of 2020, Snyk invested in a team to support the channel in EMEA, which helped us enter a critical market for our success. And Udi Nachmani now runs our channel team in EMEA, and it's really been incredible to see the UKI, Nordics, Benelux, France, and DACH regions grow. And we also introduced Snyk Container as a standalone tool in the first half of 2020. This was a huge impact in the market as we were one of the first companies to release a build security tool for the container space that's getting ever so crowded. And one thing that I didn't put on here, because I think it's still looming, is COVID. So we had no idea what was ahead of us with COVID, but we were able to build strong partnerships with you all and continue to innovate together. And that really helped us through a lot of the hardships and the challenges that we felt throughout the year. And later in that year, we continued the innovation with the introduction of Snyk Infrastructure as Code, which is still gaining speed to help with secure cloud configurations. And then Snyk acquired Zurich-based DeepCode, which laid the foundation for us to release Snyk Code earlier this year. And Snyk Code has been a really exciting piece of the platform for us as customers really like our modernized version of a static analysis tool. And we have some really great sessions in SnykCon tomorrow about Snyk Code if you want to check that out. And we also acquired Manifold and FosID in early 2020, so earlier this year, to help continue to grow our platform. And this also added audit services to Snyk's offerings. And Snyk recently, just last quarter, entered the channel space in the Asia Pacific region. And we've made some really huge investments in that part of the world, and that team and their success is growing very fast. And we recently launched the Snyk Premium Success Program, and I don't want to steal Lindsay's thunder, but she'll tell you about that in just a few minutes. It's really exciting what her team is doing there. And I tell you about all of these accomplishments, not only because I'm really proud of what our team at Snyk has been able to accomplish, but also so you'll have confidence in us as we'd like to officially announce that we intend to roll out partner-led services in 2022. We're at a critical part of our journey as a high growth company, and Snyk is focused on continued success as we scale and grow. And we need to ensure that our customers have a good framework in place to succeed and accomplish their DevSecOps and application security goals. And in order to do that, we need your help. So I think the question that a lot of folks are probably wondering is, why is Snyk investing in partner services? And I think, just like I mentioned, we're growing rapidly, and we want to have consistently great execution as we grow. And partners are critical for Snyk to scale as our software business is growing. I think you guys saw that round of funding we got last quarter and the huge valuation. So we're growing in every vertical, in every geo. We're entering new markets and domains. And you guys, as our partner community, offer really valuable domain expertise to drive success for our customers. And AppSec transformation extends beyond the software. And Lindsay will touch on that in just a few minutes. And I think one of the things that we want to do as well is help you drive more robust DevSecOps and application security offerings to bring value to your customers and build profitable programs that Snyk can help drive within the organization. So at that, I'll turn it over to Lindsay to talk a little bit more about our approach to post-sale services.
Thank you so much, Courtney. And as you mentioned, looking through that timeline and all those accomplishments, we really feel like the time is right now to really accelerate our move into the services side of the house. So I just wanted to start by level setting. We've talked a lot about services and just talk about what Snyk's approach is to services. So we are first and foremost a software company. We want to remain a software company, but we do see services as a critical element of our strategy, as it can help as an enabler for the success and growth of our technology business. So you'll see that's really where our efforts are focused when it comes to Snyk-led services. So as Courtney mentioned, as part of our FosID acquisition, we do have a thriving audit services business right now. So that's one of the Snyk services offerings that we have today. So we tried to show is, where does Snyk want to play when it comes to the services space? And then where do we think partners have a great opportunity to complement in that space? So, alongside those audit services, we see a great need for ongoing remediation and threat modeling and a whole host of other services, that go alongside that. And then on the software side, we've really been spending the last few months working on packaging and standardizing our own offering, which is really critical to taking the next step with all of you. So whether that means a Snyk-led implementation package that's available off the shelf for partners to sell, or implementation services that could be delivered by partners who have gone through a Snyk certification process. Really, the prerequisite for either of these to be successful was for us to have, to really refine and document our own approach to making our customers successful. And we've really made a lot of progress in that area and are excited to now be able to offer a premium success package. And that package is an adder on top of the software cost, which provides access to our technical experts for giving technical guidance, training enablement, and then an improved support SLA. And alongside of that premium success offering, we see a number of implementation services that could be offered by partners as well. So we get a lot of requests, or we hear a lot about AppSec as a service or hands-on keyboards, or customers that are really looking for an extension of their own team to help them implement Snyk. And we've seen this successfully with many of our customers today, is a great way that partners can partner with Snyk in that way. Also, first line support is something we're doing in some of our geo regions, where we've got partners, providing that first line of support on the product, especially in the local language before needing to come escalate to Snyk. And then user training enablement, especially where partners have, strong relationships on the ground and they're working with these organizations already. It's a natural fit for our partners to be able to provide that training enablement on the Snyk product as an extension of their service. So those are some of the areas we've been thinking about. And if you go to the next slide, I can show our formal offering that we have for premium success. It's got those 3 pillars that I mentioned earlier. So kind of getting a customized technical setup and integration plan from our technical customer success engineers, ongoing guidance and training that comes from our trainers and our CSMs who have been, very experienced working with thousands of Snyk customers to make them successful. And then finally, our premium support level, which is getting kind of that higher level service in terms of a faster response time, that white glove experience for customers who are looking for it. So that's a quick overview of our current offering. And if you go to the next slide, kind of all of that to say that Snyk does have a point of view on what we think a modern dev first approach should look like when it comes to developing an AppSec program. And so as Courtney was mentioning, you'll be hearing so much about this in the keynotes tomorrow, but Snyk really takes that developer-centric approach to everything we do. And that's really a differentiator for us compared to some of the other models out there. So, we focus not just on those center-led processes, but on how the security approach extends out to the developer teams themselves. Through empowerment and governance. So to truly be best in class, an organization needs to be firing on all 4 cylinders of this engine you see here. And if we're going to double click, if you go to the next slide, you can see that each of these 4 pillars, we assess them all along a continuum of increasing sophistication and scale. So starting with security empowerment on the left, while the baseline starts with strong collaboration between the developers and security, we see leading companies as those who have full developer and accountability and authority over application security. And the principle really applies to each of those 4 pillars, but we won't take the time to go through all of them here. So you can imagine as part of our engagement model, when we're working directly with our Snyk customers, we're starting by assessing them, assessing their current state of their program along each of these dimensions, and then helping them set goals for advancement. And if you go to the next slide, you can see how where our areas of expertise really lie. So while we would love to be able to dive in deep and help customers advance on every single one of these pillars equally, we know really where our sweet spot is, and that's aligned with our technology. So if you look over on the far right-hand side of the screen with the secure stack, those are the 4 Snyk products that we have today. And a lot of where our team is focused is really on how they're utilizing those 4 products to improve their license visibility, their vulnerability management, their code. We're not necessarily spending a lot of time diving deep into their tool chain or security of laptops or the build and deploys environments. So what we tried to do with the color coding here is show in purple the places that our Snyk services team is really best suited to play. And then you can see a yellow space here where we think partner-led services are maybe a better fit. And again, there's a really strong complement here between where we sit right on top of the technology and all the other areas of the entire AppSec model that we think there's an opportunity for partners to really play a strong role. And I will hand it back over to Courtney to tell a really great success story we've had with one of our partners.
Great. Thanks, Lindsay. And again, like Lindsay said, I want to tell you a story about a customer that we sold to earlier this year with a partner that had a really wonderful experience, not only because of our fantastic product, but also because of the partner and their robust services offering that really helped drive them to success. And the customer is a very high growth ed tech company that was born in the cloud and had the desire to build a strong DevSecOps program, as they have a very robust development team. So they were specifically looking at Snyk open source, our software composition analysis tool. And the project was led by DevOps and security together to drive success early on. And these 2 teams can sometimes be at odds with each other, but they work together very well because the partner led with their DevSecOps transformation services. And before they even brought Snyk to the customer, they worked through assessments and helped guide the customer to set goals around what they wanted to accomplish together with this initiative. And that set the framework for us to succeed. So we went through the POC process along with another competitor, and the customer ultimately chose Snyk. And the partner worked with our customer success team on deployment, integrations, and operationalize the DevSecOps services. And the rollout has gone so well that they're looking at expanding to the full platform, which is 3 additional products, and they're going to have quite a bit of developer growth as well. So this story is really fantastic because Snyk succeeded before, during, and after the sales engagement because the partner had a strong services offering and really led with that to create success. So it's a much bigger story where Snyk is just a small part of it. And I think you all on this session today can really help drive more. Great. And then I think, a big question that everybody is probably thinking right now is, what do I expect next out of this program from Snyk? And it's a great question. So I think it's important to remember that this will really be first and foremost, an enablement program to help you deliver best-in-class services to your customers that result in incredible outcomes and scales out our go-to-market together. So we'll take a programmatic approach to build this with you. And we want to enable you to use Snyk's platform and promote adoption within the customer, build your implementation and delivery skills. And so there will be a sufficient amount of technical training and enablement with credentials and certifications that come along with that. And we'll build a customer success plan with you for our large enterprise customers that we're working on together. And this will be with support from our communities and documentation and all of the resources that we have out there that we've built. And most importantly, I think it's to remember that we will be here with you on this journey to support you. So, we'd love for you to reach out and start chatting through some thoughts with us on this. And one more thing I wanted to mention really quickly is that we've been seeing a surge in the business that's being driven through the cloud marketplaces. And I'm sure you are experiencing that same trend. It's been a big shift in the market. And the AWS Marketplace specifically is another path to not only sell Snyk software, but also to sell services related to Snyk. So the marketplace helps customers leverage existing billing mechanisms with AWS to purchase Snyk on the AWS Marketplace to help with their spend commitments. So they will benefit by purchasing Snyk this way, or Snyk services by helping hit those commitments that they've made to AWS. And Snyk premium services will be a standalone services listing that you can sell in this marketplace, but you can create your own services listing on the marketplace as well. So please reach out to us and your partner manager if you're interested in going down this path, and we'll help you create this listing with the AWS team. And so we're also working on our strategies for the GCP and Azure marketplaces, so stay tuned on those. And in summary, partner services really laid the groundwork for Snyk's success. So a strong AppSec foundation is critical to layer on the technology, right? So I think, when we're looking at this holistically, we need your help laying that framework. And if you look at this, it's almost like a sandwich approach where Snyk is in the middle of what you're offering to the customer before, during, and after the process, just like we talked about with that customer story. So I think it's important to remember that we are better together and we are stronger because of our partners. So that's super important for you all to remember. And we want to help you build out these programs and help you continue to grow your AppSec and your DevSecOps practices to offer world-class products and services and support as well. So I encourage you to reach out to your partner team. If you don't know who they are, reach out to me and I'm happy to get you connected, or send us a note in the application that's running the event. But we really appreciate your time today. And I know I'm really looking forward to SnykCon tomorrow, so I'll see you there.
Thank you so much, Courtney. It was great meeting you, and I hope to get the chance to work closely with all of you in the coming year as well as we amplify our services offering. Enjoy the rest of the conference.